Welcome back to How to Cake It. I'm still Yolanda. It's another Tuesday. I know you're all out there trying to catch them all, but I'm trying to cake them all. Get it? You've been asking me for a Pokemon cake and I listened to your requests. That's what you gotta do. I gotta give you back love for all the love that you have given me. And speaking of love, we hit 2 million subscribers! Yay! This is bad for sound, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay guys, I've gotta cake them all.
What sound does Pikachu make?
Sasha?
Pikachu.
Oh.
Pika pika.
I thought he went around sneezing, like Pikachu! That was my guess. I'm in this kitchen all the time. I don't have time to play Pokemon Go, and my son is too young to play Pokemon Go, so I know nothing about Pokemon Go. To make my Pokeball cake, I baked 8 pounds of my ultimate chocolate cake recipe in 2 8-inch diameter bowls. Once my cakes were completely baked and cooled and chilled, I leveled them in their bowls. So I just took my serrated knife and cut straight across the top of the bowl, just giving a nice flat top so that when I sandwich them together, they'll make a perfect Pokeball. Is it a Pokeball or a Pokeball? It's a Pokeball. Then I removed the cakes from their bowls, removed the parchment paper, and then I simple syruped them on both sides, so the flat side and the domed side. Now I'm going to place both my half sphere cakes onto 2 cake boards with the flat side down, and I'm going to crumb coat and chill.
Uh-oh.
Spatula, gotta cake 'em all. So I crumb coat and chill each half sphere with my Italian meringue buttercream and place it in the fridge to chill. If you want to know how to make my Italian meringue buttercream, there is a link for a full video tutorial below, as well as a link to my spatula set, which comes in handy for crumb coating. Now that my crumb coat is chilled, I'm gonna ice these half spheres once again and place them in the fridge to chill. Spatula! Gotta cake 'em all! Yeah. Spatula drop. I have more than one.
That hurt my ear.
Woohoo! It's time for fondant! Before I cover these cakes in fondant, I'm just gonna wet my fingertips to smooth out any ridges in the buttercream, and when I need to, I fill in any little gaps, once again with my small icing spatula. So I decided to cover these half spheres separately because the Pokeball has like a seam in the middle. It's not really a seam, I think. I think it's where it opens. That's correct, Sasha? Sasha's nodding. So that Pikachu could jump in. Is that what happens? No, never mind. Take that out!
Yeah,
Do they live in the ball?
Yeah, they do.
Then you can actually like catch other characters with the ball?
Yeah, because you need more Pokeballs to catch more Pokemon.
Right, of course you do.
Naturally.
Anywho,
Now that I know. Because the Pokeball opens in the center, I decided to cover the ball as 2 half spheres and then assemble it later. I've never done this on a sphere cake. I'm gonna cover my first half sphere in white fondant. I just roll it out 1/4 inch thick, actually a little thicker than I normally do. I cover the sphere, I tuck in the edges, like with my fingers I press the fondant up against the edges before I trim away the excess. And then I do the same to the other half of the sphere with red fondant. And I conquered my sphere fear once again.
sphere fear.
Can we like punch
like
in and be
scary
like,
music.
yeah. Now I need to cut away a 1/4 inch band of fondant from each one of these cakes. So I use a cake board, which happens to be 1/4 inch thick, as a marker. I just take my paring knife and mark all the way around my sphere, and then I take the sharp tip of my paring knife and cut away that band on each half sphere. When I put these 2 spheres together to make a ball, that empty band full of buttercream will be where I place the black fondant, which is the opening, so Pikachu can get in. I looked at a lot of Pokeball images online, a lot, and I feel that the Pokeball looks like a little bit shiny, so I wanted to give the white half a bit of sheen. And what I did is I painted it with a little bit of pearl luster dust and lemon extract, just a thin coating so it wasn't flat white. It's time to fill this cake and put it together. I smooth on like a 1/4-inch layer of Italian meringue buttercream. I really didn't want the buttercream to smush out when I added the other sphere on top because it's heavy. So I took that bottom half and put it in the fridge to chill and let the buttercream set before adding the top cake.
So smart, yo.
Thank you. I may not know Pokemon, but I know cake.
You know cake.
Once my buttercream filling layer was chilled, I added the red half sphere to the top of my cake. I just smoothed out the buttercream in between the 2 different colors of fondant because this is where I'm gonna lay the black fondant. I use a fabric measuring tape to measure the circumference of my ball. I can't get away from the word circumference. There's no synonym for circumference, is there? And now I'm gonna roll out some black fondant, a 1/4 inch thin, that is long enough to go around the circumference of my Pokeball and wide enough to fit within the buttercream band.
So, yo, some fans said that we should refer to this kitchen as the How to Cake It Gym, and you as the How to Cake It Gym Leader. Why
Yeah,
are they
so-
called gym leaders?
I guess they're actually like in gyms, and then so you work your way through the gym.
So it's a workout game. I'm the trainer offering people cake. Forget about them. Gotta cake them all. From my black fondant, I cut 2 bands, not 1, but 2, because here's what I know as I've been caking them all. Sometimes long bands of fondant can rip as you're like stretching it around the cake. You were thinking, oh, she's making a Pokeball. She can't possibly use a ruler. Ha ha ha! I used a ruler to smooth my black band of fondant into like the little ridge. It was perfect. I'm now gonna cut away a bit of fondant to create a circle in the middle of the cake. I'm gonna use a 2.5-inch circle cutter, making sure that I'm cutting away an equal amount of white and red fondant from the center of the front of the cake. I also rolled out a piece of fondant and cut out a 2.5-inch circle with a circle cutter. And then I take my black circle of fondant and add it to the center. Does that center circle have a name, Sasha?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I don't want angry comments. They'll be like, it's the Poke Center! I'm like, sorry. I need to have the Poke button. So I roll out some more white fondant and I cut out 2 circles, one that's 2 inches and one that's 1 3/4 inches, and then I use a little bit of water to glue the smaller circle on top of the larger circle. And then I go back to my pearl luster paint and paint this button. Once the button is dry enough to touch, I add it to the Pokeball with a little bit of water. As a final touch, I added a little bit of pearl luster just to like the top edge of the white fondant, if you know what I mean. And then Pikachu, get in! The Pokeball seems like it's just empty inside. Is there furniture in there, Sasha? Nothing.
I think it's more important to know if there's cake in the ball.
Yes, there's cake
Well, there
in
is.
my Pokeball. You're welcome. Pikachu, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna eat your house. Thank you for watching How to Cake It. If you want to see more behind the scenes, you can check out my Insta stories on Instagram. Hopefully you already follow me. I also Facebook Live a lot of behind the scenes. And please sign up to be a VIP at howtocakeit.com. I will send you my videos the night before they land on YouTube. Jocelyn, do you want to answer that? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'll be back next Tuesday with a brand...
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is wrong.
You're popular.
Amy rewrote the lyrics for you, cake themed. So yes, there's lyrics. So you not only have to learn the tune.
I want you to leave that in the video. I didn't even do an eye roll. I did a head roll. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Each new cake to understand the flavor that's inside. Where do I say scratch them?
What happens here?
Oh, so it's like inside spatula, and then you do gotta cake. Each new cake to understand the flavor that's inside. Spatula!
Gotta kick 'em off.
It's you and me. I know it's my destiny.
Becca, you're doing it.
It's too ridiculous. Spatula!
Gotta kick 'em off.
It's you
guys didn't
and
come
me.
in.
I know it's my destiny.
Spatula, gotta kick 'em off.
Oh, what?
Gotta kick 'em
A tool
off.
so true. Your offset angle will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Spatula.
Gotta kick 'em off.
Gotta kick 'em off.
Yo, I'm really proud of you.
We've gone too far. This has nothing on a talking watermelon. A talking watermelon is like normal now.